relative position, percentiles, percentile ranks, quartiles, and results. And this is how we figure out where a specific number like the score sa test really stands when you compare it to also what the score in a set of data. And we will cover things like percentiles, quartiles, and results. Okay, here's the objective. Define the rate measure of relative position, percentile, quartile, and decile. Calculate the percentiles, percentile ranks, quartiles, and results for a set of attribute data. And interpret the meaning of a calculated measure of relative position in a real-world context like a test score. So, okay, in this topic, you will be able to calculate things like percentiles and quartiles. And most importantly, you will be able to understand what those numbers actually mean in the real world. Like, in the real world, like a test score. So, again, I was Jenny Valorado, and I am the first presenter for Group 4. And I want to start with a question every student has asked. So, class, if you score 40 out of 50 in a quiz, para ninyo, is that a good grade or is that a good score? Yes or no? So the row number 40 doesn't count much. It's 180%, di ba? But the question is, where does that score come in your class? If everyone else failed, your 40 is excellent. If everyone else got a perfect 50, your 40 is actually below average. The row number, the row score is just a number. The rank is what gives that number its true meaning. Our report will show you how to find that rank is useful. And let's start with the definition in the relative position. So can you read children?
These are statistical tools used to describe the location or standing of specific score in relation to other values in a data set. They help us understand how high or low a particular score is compared to the rest. Focus is on individual standing, not just the average.
And that's the score of our topic. Measures of relative position are statistical tools that describe the location or standing of a specific score compared to all the other values in a data set. And think of it this way. They help us understand where a specific number, they help us understand how high or low a particular score is compared to everyone else. And the focus here is not in the average score, but on the score in individual standing. And here's the mandatory rule. So, before you can even start calculating these measures, there is one non-negotiable rule for all the rank-based measures. That the data must be ordered or ranked from the lowest value to the highest value. Because if we don't order the data first, your results will be meaningless or it will be incorrect or interpretable. And let's move on to the two families of relative position. So there are actually two main families of relative position, namely rank-based and distance-based. So first is the rank-based. It is the position based on percentage below, and the distance-based position based on the distance from the mean. So the rank-based measures also called quartiles. So this look at your positions based on the percentage score that are below yours. So this includes percentiles, percentile ranks, quartiles, and results. And the distance-based measures also called standard score. This tells us your position based on the distance from the mean. So we use these properties which help us understand, which help us compare scores on different sets. And give us an important graph, which is to show the value's true meaning in relative to the entire group. And finally, let's meet the main rank-based measure, which we call the fractals. So fractal is also called the data divider. So the definition of fractals is simple. They divide the ordered data into equal fractional parts. And there are specific data dividers that we will focus on. The percentiles, percentile rank, quartiles, and deciles. So in percentiles class, this divides your data into 100 equal parts. In percentile rank, this is the offset. It is how you convert a row score back into percentage rank. In quartiles, this divides the data into 4 equal parts. And think of it like an cake ng slice of pa. Muna siya ang quartiles. Sa deciles, this divides the data into 10 equal parts. And now, these measure are, and why we need them, we can move on to the practical part on how to solve these measures for ungrouped data. And this topic aside to the next quarter. And that's end my part. Thank you. Thank you, Teacher Jenny, for a wonderful presentation. Good evening again, class. Let me introduce myself first before I proceed to my discussion. My name is Teacher Rona, and I'll be the one to discuss to you about percentile. So tonight, when we say percentile is a way, which is a way to understand
equal. While the ungrouped data is not organized into categories. So how to calculate ungrouped data? So we can use a formula E sub k equals k over 100 times n plus 1. K is a number of 1, 2, and 9. We can use a K sub 1, K sub 2, or K sub 9. So, the n is the number of scores or the mean. Or the mean. So, to calculate the percentile, there is a step. So, step 1 is arrange to smallest to highest. And step 2 is 1. Calculate the location of percentile. So, first is arrange. Small. 29, 35, 38, 38, 42, 43, 45, 44, 4. So, the n is equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. pt equals k over 100 times n plus 1. So, mali siya ang formula sa percentile. So, find the 30th percentile of the following set of data. So, ang atong P is equals to, ano siya? P sub k T. Then, so Pk equals P over 100 times n plus 1. So, atong P, atong percentile is 30. So, P sub 30 equals 30 over 100 times. Ang n natin is 9. 9 plus 1. So, P sub 30 equals 30 over 100 times 10. So, P sub 30 equals 300. 30 times 10 equals 300 over 100. So, P sub 30 equals 300 divided by 100 equals 3. So, magpasa na sa iyang posisyon. Pag kita mo ay mani. Diba? 3 man sub 30 equals 3. So, mamitawin mo din niya. 1, 2, 3. So, 38 na posisyon. So, P sub 30 equals 30. Let's another. So, example number 2. Find the 70th given the scores of the students in their mathematics permanent task. So, the data, only data, 16, 7, 31, 7, 30, 31, 3, 4, 21. So, i-arrange na to. 3, 4, 7, 7, 16, 21, 30, 31, 21. So, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. So, gamitin na po na ito ang formula sa percentile. PK equals K over 100 times N plus 1. So, ang atong percentile is kani.
So, thank you so much, Miss Melanie. So now let's proceed to the percentile graph. So what is percentile graph? Since nanatay para idea about the percentile, proceed na yung sa percentile graph. So percentile graph tells you what percent of people score below a certain score. So it also helps us to understand the wrong score or mga lowest score. So, example, this is example there. So, example here is if your percentile graph is 80, you scored higher than 80% of score. So, you can calculate. So, of course, we have to use a formula. So, we have here the percentile graph or the PR equals sa ito is the number of people who scored lower or the P means below. And ang sa outros is the total number of people or the N times the 100 since percentile sa diba? This house is 10. Very good. So, steps on how will you calculate? Of course, you have to identify asa ang B o ang N. Use the formula, this one, and ano to siya? Makapili na ka maka-calculate. Yes, okay. We have here example. Out of 40 students, 28 scored lower than. Mag-prepare mo ha. So, example number 2. Out of 60 students, out of 60 students, 45 scored lower than you. So, saan ninyo calculate? Can anyone? Yes? It's a pleasure, Miss. Thank you for participating. Please discuss kung gusto mo ba not let me explain that. Yes. I will be very happy if you will explain the answer. Score lower. O yeah, and muna siya number ay total sa number sa mga student times 100. So, ang B kay 45 man kay mo man ang lower score. And 60, ang atong N, kay mo na ang total sa people or students, times 100. Mula na answer tayo sa 75. And now, thank you. So, thank you so much for the participation, Miss Leslie. So, yes, that's my work. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I am Dako sa quartiles. So, quartiles
spread out from the lowest values to the highest values. So there are three quartiles. So the first quartile, or the Q1, is separates the lowest 25% of data. And the second quartile, the median splitting the data into two equal halves. The third quartile separates the highest 25% of data. So to find quartiles, step 1 are arrange data from the smallest to largest. 2. Locate the median, or the Q2. The third is find the median of the lower half, or the Q1. And the last is find the median of the upper half, or the Q3. So, para masabda na to ang quartiles, na-type example. So, example number 1 is add size in the set. So, the first step is to arrange. So, I'll say arrange.
8, 12, 13, 14, 18, and 21.
So, the next is bracket or the median. So, saan mo natin, asa mo siya natin makuha asa mo natin na makuha median?
Sa tunga.
Ito nga. So, ang atong median is, isa may tunga nila. 12. Ito, ang 12. So, mana ang Q2. So, ang pangkatulo is find the median of the lower half, or the Q1. So, saan mo natin makuha? Asa natin makuha ang Q1? So, sa lower or mga smallest number, natin makita ang Q1. So, at sa isa ba? 3. Mga mga lower, di ba? 3, 5,
7, and 8.
So, saan to ang median? Nasa tunga. So, since doon ka ng tunga,
12.
Right? Oh, 2. Right. 2 ba diba?
Yes.
12 divided by 2?
6.
6. Mana, ato ang Q1. 6. So, mana ato ang Q1. And, ang Q3 na po itong kwaon. So, ang Q3, ato na ito makuha sa mga largest number. So, appeal pa niya ito upload.
Dili na.
So, dili na. So, ano nila yung gamit?
13, 14, 18, and 21.
So, may atong kuhaan nila
Ang duhag hapon ni 18.
So, 14 plus 8. 14 plus 8 is 34. 4. Divide by
32.
yes.
Sakto na. 32 sakto na, ma'am.
By
2.
32 divided by 2. Ano naman?
16?
16. So, mga na ato ang Q3.
16.
Oh, I got it.
First, natin arrange 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then, una, kailangan na ito ang Q2 ito. It is the median. Then, ang median kay ang 304 man. So, since 304 ang median, plus 3 plus 4, what is ang median? 3 plus 4. So, 3 plus 4, 4, 6,
7.
Then, the divide of 2 equals siya ang Q2, 3.5.
Yes.
Then next ang Q1. Ang Q1, kaya mo siya ang
3.
3.
Apil ang 3 kay 3.5 mo ng kuan. Apil ang 3. Yes, apil ang 3.
Kaya pa na natin ang 3 ha?
Yes.
No?
Apil
Yes, group. 1, 2, and 3. Then, ang mid ka na niya kaya, ito nga, 2. Na. Yan. Then, sa Q3, 5,
4, 5, 6.
4, 5, 6. Then, ang mid yan, ang bunga, kaya ang
5.
That's all. Thank you.
Yes, teacher.
So good day everyone, my name is Jasmine Cunillos and now I will be discussing the results with DK and quantiles relationship. So quantiles, these are points that splits your data into equal parts. So for example, Anna, if you divide the data into 4 equal parts, you get quartiles. But if you divide the data into 100 equal parts, you get percentiles. So results. These are just a special type of quantiles. So this means 10. So this will split your data into 10 equal parts. So the first decimal is D1. Is the value below 10%. And then the second is decimals 2. So ang kanisya is, ang dito is below 20%. And so on. Ang kanisya decimals is up to D10, which is ang kanang D10 is 100%. Kaya ang kanang D1 is 10%, D2 50%, 20%, up to 100%. So, all results are quantiles, but not all quantiles are results. So, results are quantiles that you can specifically cut the data into 10 equal parts. For example, imagine you have 100 pages and you want to divide them among your friends. So if you divide into 4 equal groups, you're using quartiles. But if you siya i-divide into 10 equal groups, igamit ka og decimals. So bariya sa decimals o quantiles nga pwede mo siya magamit na imo siya i-baliba, imo siya o tarong ba. Bali, fair ang imuhang pagbari sa data or sa activities na imuhang i-manilihan. So yan, I will be discussing final application and interpretation. Let's start with percentile. A percentile indicates the value below which a given percentage of observation is scored. For example, if a student test score is at the 85th percentile, it means 85% of the students scored lower and 50% scored higher. Next is a percentile rank. Percentile rank gives the percentage of scores below a particular score. For example, if a score of 78 has a percentile rank of 60, this means the student scored greater than 60% of all test takers. Third is quartiles. Quartiles divide the data set into 4 equal parts. For example, Q1 equals 40, Q2 equals 55, and Q3 equals 70. This means 25% equals 40. 50% is equals 55, and 75% equals 70. And last is results. Results divide the data into 10 equal parts. If a student is at D
67 or 70 percentile. This means the student performed better than 70% of the group. These results are commonly used in ranking system, income classification, and performance evaluation.